I started recording right when a storm hit, so we're going to be inside the homes today. This is this month's best resale and new construction deals currently for sale in Easton Park. We're going to get after it right now. Your local Easton Park real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to the Easton Park neighborhood, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. You know, as a teacher for 10 years before I jumped into real estate, and I found that a lot of the skills and values that drew me to education and that I enjoyed about education have transferred over very well into real estate. Honesty, hard work, effective communication, and truly caring about the people I work with is still really important to me. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to get to know you, get to know your situation, and help you find not just the best home, but the best deal for what you're looking for. All of my contact info can be found in the description below. Cool, all right, let's jump to the video. So we're gonna start in this house. This is the new build deal of the month. This is a Pacesetter home. It's listed at $490,900. This is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 1-story, and is 2,411 square feet. Now, as far as what the incentives are from Pacesetter, they are offering a 4.99% fixed 30-year mortgage, VA or FHA, plus they'll pay all closing costs, or they'll do the same but with a 5.5% conventional. Now there's always a little bit of wiggle room for negotiation, especially when it's an inventory home. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, but that's what they're promoting right now, which is pretty good, especially considering market rate right now. If you just went with a typical third-party lender, is 6.5% for a top tier mortgage. Getting that down to 4.99 is going to make a massive difference in your monthly mortgage payment. So I like that they're offering those incentives. Now, what stood out to me with this specific home as far as why I think it's one of the best deals is the price per square foot was unreal. So like I said, it's about 2,400 square feet. On average, homes this size that are new build currently available are averaging $230 per square foot. This one is averaging $203. So $27 less per square foot. Now, obviously this layout is very different. You may or may not like it, may not work for you, but I couldn't just pass that up. I really wanted to see this and see if it really is worth showcasing as a good deal. So this is the first time as I've walked in the house. I've just seen photos online. So let's check it out, give you my honest opinion. I always forget to bring this up in my videos, but HOA in Easton is $75 and the tax rate is 2.58%. We do pay into a MUD, a municipal utility district. That's why our tax rate is a little bit higher. It's pretty common in Texas for new construction. Also, something else before I jump into this one, I know I have quite a few people who watch from out of state, and I'm learning more about other states and the differences of what we have here. I had a client yesterday, I was showing from California, and he asked me how much I pay for my electric bill. And I was like, well, I drive a Tesla, so my bill's a little higher. But I showed him and it was around 150, maybe 200, kind of depending on the time of year. And he was blown away because it was way higher in California. So definitely something to consider. Out here, apparently, I didn't know this, but the utilities out in this area with water and electricity are lower than other parts of the country. So reach out to me if you want to know kind of more about that, if that's interesting to you. All right, so we are in a courtyard style home. What that means is we have a long shared driveway, and then it's like a quad, right? Each house has their own 2-car driveway there. Very small front patio here. I like the blue hardy plank material on the outside and then this white stone. Just so you're aware, hardy plank is a cement product, and so when you do insurance for a house like this, it is a full masonry. The entire house is masonry. That's going to reduce your insurance payment because it's unlikely to catch on fire. Good, about 10-foot tall ceilings. We have 8-foot tall doors throughout. Like I said, 1-story. To the right here, we come into our office space. Good amount of space for an office. I like that blinds are already included. You don't have to negotiate that. Lots of windows in here. I'd be happy with just the 2 windows, but then the extra windows here, I don't have any lights turned on in here, and it's a pretty good amount of light, especially with it being overcast outside right now. Now, they shouldn't count this as a bedroom, even though there is a closet, because look, we got glass doors, so clearly it's an office. So hopefully this is a 4-bed plus an office, and they're not not messing with us, but let's see. Here's bedroom number 1, no ceiling fan as usual. I do like that we have 2 windows in here too. It's a really good sized room. Typical closet there. And then our guest bathroom, 2 sinks, fantastic. I'm glad they did that. Floor to ceiling tile. I like the tile choice they did here too. I do wish they changed the flooring when we came into the bathroom. That's a way to save money, and it doesn't look as nice to me. So yeah, I do wish they had just put literally this tile on the floor here in the bathroom. That would have gone a long way for me. Good amount of space in here though. And then second bedroom, just the 1 window. And this actually looks into our courtyard centered patio / yard space. Looks like probably a coat closet, yep. And then we come into main living area, very open concept floor plan. So kitchen here, we have the built-in oven, built-in microwave, built-in 5-burner range, is wide, so you can actually fit 5 pans on there. So that gives you more storage space underneath. As far as the, I don't think Pacesetter, yeah, they don't do the slow close. Interesting tile, it's very, very shiny, right? You can see reflections in there. It might be a glass tile. That looks cool, I like that glass tile. I like the countertop design too. Not a huge fan of the brown, the dark brown cabinets, but that's personal preference. It does come with a fridge. Again, nice thing that we don't need to negotiate, just already with it. Large single basin sink, they went with the black. That looks really nice. Okay, this will be the pantry. Very wide pantry. Not very deep, but very, very wide. So, makes up for it not being that deep. Well, so this would be your dining and living area. So one thing that I've never really liked about courtyard style homes, and this one actually fixes a little bit in a couple regards, is I don't like that there's so much windows here where I'm gonna be sitting on the couch, like where the family's gathering, and you're just looking at your neighbor's house right there, like they're right next to you. This one is better than most I've seen for 2 reasons. First of all, their patio is there. So it's further over, it's not exactly in line with mine, so that helps. And then secondly, this neighbor having to put a black privacy fence, they actually just built a wooden fence on their side of the wrought iron, which is great. Usually it's just open, so that gives way more privacy than normal. And that's awesome, they've already done that, so you don't need to worry about it. As far as the courtyard patio, it is very large. So this actually, you get a good amount of privacy because they've done that with theirs. Looks like they've screened in their porch too. They want privacy too. I appreciate that. Now the yards are always kind of strange with these. Let's see what's going on with this one. It stopped raining. It's still very wet. That was stupid of me. I'm not gonna keep walking out here. There's probably a small yard to the side. That's usually how they do these. But yeah, this is basically most of your yard space. So if you do have large dogs and having a big yard is important to you, you're not really gonna get that with the courtyard style. Pacesetter and Newmark are the 2 builders out here that do courtyard style. So just so you're aware. And exclusively, they only do courtyard style. Okay, so we've had, okay, here is another bedroom. So this could be considered the 4th bedroom, I guess. There's no closet in here, so. 2 windows looking out to the shared driveway. So yeah, this is a 4-bed plus, well, we haven't gone down there yet. Maybe that's a flex space. Here's the primary. Very tall ceilings, like they have the recessed lighting and the fan. 2 extra windows on the side. Very tall. Not a huge fan of, I can see my neighbor's patio right there. I don't like that at all. But we do get a soaking tub, very deep soaking tub. Very large shower with a massive bench. That looks great. I really like the tile selections they did in here, and especially the square tile, that sunken shower, floor to ceiling. That looks fantastic. Ton of natural light in here. Really nice bathroom. 2 sinks, obviously. Toilet tucked to the side. Linen closet. And then our regular closet's pretty big. Yeah, it wraps around so it's an L shape. Cool. Yeah, I like this this bathroom a lot. A ton of space in here. I would just need to get curtains or something. That's weird to me to so easily see my neighbor's patio from my bedroom. Okay, yeah, there's no extra room down here, but we have very odd. If you're half bath here, far away from everybody else, very strange. That's like a walk down to the side of the house to get to the half bath. And then our utility room, kind of small. I do like that we have the built-in cabinets though. It's not just a shelf, so I appreciate that. Kind of odd, they didn't put these together side by side, so your dryer will be over here, your washer will be over here, there'll be a gap in the middle there. Not a big deal, I'm just talking. These are not reasons to buy or not buy a house, y'all. Check out the garage. A couple steps to get into the garage. Garage is very large. It is very large. It is echoey in here. Yeah, so side to side, it's about 2 feet. That's great, that's bigger than average. And then just how they had to place the foundation on this ground meant that we had to take steps up, so that gives you more ceiling height, which means you have more storage space above the garage door. So that's a really nice feature that you should definitely take advantage of. If you live in a house where you have extra ceiling height here, then you can get those racks that you can build in right above, and that's gonna give you a ton of space to store things on that rack. EV charger, electrical panel, they're doing a pretty good job with the outlets. You have the water softener loop if you want to add that. Very easy to add a water softener after the fact. Tankless water heater, good for energy efficiency. And then your irrigation system. And then let's see if I can open this guy so y'all can see the parking and yard space. Got really sunny. All right, good. That storm, maybe the storm will come back, we'll see. So you have the shared driveway coming up. Kind of a small, like shallow driveway for you. You could not really fit a car lengthwise that way, so that's kind of tricky. Oh yeah, you don't really get a yard for this one. It's just a little narrow walkway here with your HVAC system there. This guy got it figured out. He's got this whole slab here for their parking. So yeah, parking's a little tricky with this one. Yeah, I mean, for the price, and if you're, I mean, that's quite a few bedrooms. So it's 4 bedrooms plus an office, 1 story, 2.5 bathrooms. I think the placement of the half bath is kind of stupid. It's far away from the common area, which is where most people are gonna use. It's mainly for guests, right? So that's kind of weird. But I do think for the price and the space, right, and you're getting actually more privacy and more garage space than you would typically get with a Pacesetter home. I do think this is a good deal, especially if you're looking around that price range and you need 4 bedrooms plus an office, and maybe someone has mobility issues, or maybe you know someone elderly is going to be maybe moving in with you in the future, then you don't have to worry about that as far as there's no stairs in this house except the 2 stairs to get into the garage if they need to. But cool. All right, so this was the new home deal of the month. Now we're going to go check out the resale deal of the month. So I'll see you over there. All right, the sun is out and the storm has passed, so we're gonna check out the resale home deal of the month. This one's really cool. This, in my mind, is the quintessential reason you should buy resale instead of new build, because of all the little updates that in this house that you couldn't get from a builder, but we'll see when we go inside. So this is a Perry home. It's listed at $525,000. Sorry, the camera got weird. This is a 4-bed, 3 full bath, 1-story home, 2,472 square feet, so about 60 feet more than the other, really comparable in size, and that makes the price per square foot $212. To put that in perspective, the average for resale in Easton Park of this size is around $216, so it's a little under average. It's not amazing for that, but the amount of upgrades you get with this is really, really nice. We are in Skyline Park right now. I forgot to mention the new build we were at earlier was Discovery Park. Benefit of both of these neighborhoods is they're done. Skyline's completed and Discovery is 99% completed. So you can move into either home and not deal with construction sounds in your immediate vicinity because they're building elsewhere in Easton Park. Pan around so you can see where we're at out here. Skyline is very flat. Let's check it out. And this one is on 0.137 acres as far as the lot size. Beautiful trees in the front here. Being a young neighborhood, you don't typically see that. It's good. This one was built in 2020, so 6 years old. Yeah, I love the stone. Exterior here looks great. Don't like that bird's nest. It's something I would take care of if I was trying to sell a house. You know, a lot of times when people sell their homes, they're just, they leave, right? They're out of the country, and so, you know, bird's nests and wasp nests, they pop up. So just something to be aware of, that, you know, you want to have someone checking in on that and taking care of it if you are gone from the house for a while, because, you know, in this market, it's normal to be on market for over a month or two. And so, yeah, these things happen. But I just noticed that I don't like birds. And so I'm thinking, if I was a buyer walking into a house and immediately my first feeling is fear and uncomfortability, that's not helping me trying to sell my house, right? So now, if you've learned nothing else, you know I'm scared of birds. All right, moving onward. So this is tile flooring, wood look tile. Looks like it's in really good condition. Only concern with tile flooring is sometimes it can crack, right? You can get, if the foundation shifts a little bit, then these crack very easily. Also, the grout is a little bit tougher to keep looking clean, but they did a really good job. The grout looks like it's roughly the same color as the tile itself, so I'm not noticing any dirty grout that I would normally see in a 6-year-old house. Off to the left here is our first bedroom. Really cool, slanted, very tall ceiling. Like that we still have the shades in here. Yeah, this is a really cool bedroom slash office. All the closets are gonna be pretty normal, but a ton of natural light in here, or shade, however you want it to be. And just different window style. I like that, something different. And then a little bathroom here. So you could also use this as a mother-in-law suite, where that person whoever's living there just has their own little bathroom just for themselves. Very tall ceilings when we walk in. I like the tray ceiling at the top here. So this was the first thing that stood out to me, was this office space here. The built-in shelves look really nice. They did a great job with doing this. And it just comes with the house. It's just part of what you're buying. You can see they built it in, they cut the trim right there and fit it perfectly. I mean, these look custom made because they fit the space absolutely perfect. So really nice that you're getting that. And then with these shades also. Moving this way, we have our mudroom area. And then with actually extra storage up here all the way to the ceiling. Man, I just noticed that. You need some step ladders if you live here. A ton of storage. And then they maintained the same feel here. So again, custom built shelving, exact same features as the other one. Really, really good amount of space in this room too, with the ceiling fan. I mean, this is stuff you just can't get with new construction. So really smart design choices. 8-foot tall doors throughout. Also, it's a Perry home. You're not gonna find a Perry home for this price in Skyline Park, period. It's just not gonna happen. Garage is pretty dark, right? That was the only light I could get turned on. We do have epoxy flooring, which is great. It's a nice little upgrade too. EV charger kind of tucked away in the corner there. You have your irrigation system right there. And then you have some storage, right? Storage already built in. You don't have to worry about adding that. Like I was saying with the last house, you had more storage, but you'd have to do it. This is just already done for you. The size of it's decent, right? Side to side, it's about 1.5 feet. It's not as big as that previous garage. That was a massive garage. But it's a decent size. I do like the epoxy flooring, but yeah, they gotta fix their other light. It's not working in here. Moving on, beautiful kitchen and pantry. So pantry's over here, over to the side. Actually a pretty clean pantry. Again, I've been to enough resale homes. Pantries usually don't look like this. So kudos to the homeowners. They did a good job of maintaining this and prepping it for putting it on market. And then we got a little wine fridge over here in this extra hutch area. Really beautiful how they've staged this house. I really like the backsplash, right? Mimicking the backsplash over here in the primary kitchen. Fridge does come included. Not the biggest fan of the knobs here, right? They're just not my style. It's like a shelf kind of thing. Again, these are easy things to change after the fact, but small thing. I would never not buy a house because of door knobs or handles. Those are so easy to replace. Really nice 5-burner range, very wide. Not every builder gives you that wide range, so I appreciate Perry did that. It looks great. And you get that extra storage underneath. And then the hidden hood. So it's behind the cabinetry. So you're not actually seeing the hood that's here. So it keeps it looking seamless throughout. You actually get a double oven with this one, I just noticed. So double oven built into the cabinets, plus the microwave. Large single basin sink, exactly the same as the previous house we're just in. A good size island too. Really good size island. I wish it was one slab. You can see where they connected the two slabs here of that seam. But it is a really nice size, and they're showcasing you can comfortably fit 4 stools there. A little bit more storage there by your knees. And then they're maintaining the, well, I was gonna say maintaining the look. I don't know if they are, but I do like the black pendant lights here. Not quite maintaining the look because we have, you know, silver with the faucet with the handles here, but the black works. I think it looks great. Goes with the style of the house. Now going down this way, we have utility room, bedroom, and bathroom. So here's our second full bathroom. Both the bathrooms are pretty small. I will say little things I noticed, like when I was walking through, I noticed this is super loose. Just a tip for people who are considering selling their homes. Little things like this, I mean, it's a buyer's market. Some buyers are real picky. Something like this wouldn't bother me. I'm sure it's just a screw, and if it's not a screw, you know, replacing this part is not that expensive, but you wanna make sure you try to take care of all the loose ends. You know, something I have started talking with my listing clients about is getting a pre-listing inspection done. And so you're just getting the inspector to look at everything before you even put it on market. That way, because you know, 99% of the time when you get an offer, they're gonna want to do their own inspection. And so it's nice to just get the inspection done before you even list the property so you see all the issues. If there is a big issue found, then you can devise a plan on how to address that, whether it's repairing it or reducing the price beforehand, getting a quote and kind of knowing that beforehand. But little things like that, a pre-listing inspection would fix easily. Utility room here, really good amount of space in here. Ton of cabinet, you get the sink included. This is a huge upgrade compared to what we saw in the new construction we just came from. It's a really nice utility room. Primary bed, or primary, no, not today. But with a fan in the guest bedroom in here. No carpet throughout, which I really appreciate. A little bit of a change in here, but this does look like real wood though. And I think they did this in the primary bedroom too. So I do like, I think it's a tasteful adjustment going from tile. I'm sure it was carpet when they bought it from Perry and they ripped it up and put that real wood in there. So that's a great upgrade. Kind of a weird place to put a coat closet, but sure, right in the middle of the dining room. Next big feature, there's a lot of features over here. So we have built-in surround sound. You can see the cable sticking out right here. So that's already built in, very easy to attach speakers to. And then we have this stackable door. So you can fully open it. And now you may say, well, great, that's awesome for the 4 days of the year where I can actually enjoy the outside weather and inside. But they thought about that and they put in shades. And so you have motorized shades already included. This is something builders don't offer. Always you have to do it after the fact. And I'm so impressed at this price that they've already done this for us. This is a super nice feature, y'all. Having this already installed, it's on rails. It's also an extra security feature because these are very difficult to lift. Okay, so you're already getting a little bit more of a security feature there of, you know, someone has to cut through this to get to your back window if that's something that's concerning you. But this is great to where now we've extended the living area. It's still see-through, you're still enjoying the view. Well, enjoying the view, it's a house, but in getting some sky, right? Or, you know, I'm sure it's beautiful at night with these string lights here. But if it is really hot and you kind of want to keep the air in, or there's a lot of bugs because you have a lot of food, right? You can put these down, that's a great feature. And then it looks like they've just kind of put like a screen door there for that side of it. I was really surprised to see that. That's a massive upgrade. Also tile flooring out here looks fantastic. And it looks professionally done too. It doesn't look like someone's cousin came in and just put some tile on the ground for them for 50 bucks. Like this looks even and flat. They did extend it with a wooden patio here, which I like. It's kind of odd because it actually lifts up a little bit. So I'd want to adjust it if I bought this and just get it flat. I don't know why it's lifted up a hair. That was one thing that kind of annoyed me. Yard's not massive. It's okay. I mean, again, bigger than the Pacesetter we just came from. They also added a shed here, which is great. It somewhat matches, you know, the white hardy plank with a shed right there. I'm not sure if you can even do that anymore because the shed is wood, and so that's a fire hazard to have it right next to your house. So something to be aware of. The HOA may not allow that anymore, but back in 2020, they were a little bit more loose. Yeah, lots of features with that back patio, backyard space. That $525. What is with me speaking today? I'm saying things wrong every day. $525,000 is a steal for all of those features I've seen so far. Changing the wood again in here to that wood I was talking about with the other room. Again, ton amount of space in here. With the 3 windows looking out to the back, you can see the shed right there. In great condition too. I'm not seeing any scratches on the floor. And then Perry always does a great job with their bathrooms. This one's no exception. So we have the separated sinks, ton of countertop space here, very deep bath with the jets included. And then you have a very tall frosted glass window here. The shower is absolutely massive. Sunken shower with the bench, and you get the waterfall option, built-in shelving in there too. And then we actually have 2 closets. So here's the first closet. It's already got built-in shelves, right? Literally, again, they cut out the trim. This has been custom made to fit this space. There is no, you can't just buy that on IKEA and hope it fits. Like, that was custom built for that space. Toilet right here. And then here's the other one. So the closets themselves aren't massive, but I like that they're separated and they already have custom built-in drawers and shelves. So there you have it. So with this one, I actually toured this house 2 days ago with clients who are looking at building in the future. They're just trying to get to know Easton Park, and so they saw this, like, hey, let's check this one out. It was one of the few that they saw with me that day. So they're looking to buy in, 7-8 months or so. So they're probably gonna build, but they love this house. They're like, let's find something that's like this that we can move into in 7-8 months. And after I saw, I was like, this is an incredible deal for someone who's thinking of buying soon, like within a month or 2. This one is great. It's not gonna stay on market long. So if you are considering buying or selling in the Easton Park neighborhood, again, please, minimum, subscribe to this channel just so you can stay up to date on the developments and you can kind of get to know if I see a good deal. I just share it with you all. There's no reason to keep this to myself. Whether you work with me or not, it's helping somebody. Somebody owns this house, they're trying to sell it. I think they have an incredibly good price. It seems like they've taken a pretty good job of taking care of the home. So if I can help them sell their home at a well-deserved price and help somebody else get a great deal, then I'm happy, right? But if you don't have a realtor you're currently working with, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I really enjoy helping people. It's what drew me to education. It's why I thought I was going to retire in that industry. Things changed after COVID. Some things happened in my personal life too, where I wanted to make a switch to not work 12-hour days in a windowless band hall for the rest of my life. I could talk for a while on why I made that switch. But what drew me to education was just helping people. I enjoyed helping my students, grow as people. And same thing in real estate. I enjoy helping people make great decisions with where they call home and with how they use their money as an investment. So if you are wanting an advisor in your corner and not just a salesman who's trying to make a quick buck from you, you want someone who truly cares about what you're looking for, listens to what you're saying, and we'll push back. If you fall in love with a house, I'll be the voice of reason going, okay, I know this looks great, but X, Y, and Z you said was really important to you. You want someone that's gonna be honest with you for better or worse, so that we find the right house, not the fastest house. So again, if you're looking for an advisor, reach out to me. I'd love to explain how everything works in real estate, grab a coffee with you, get to know what you're looking for, and help you make the best decision for you and your family. But until next time, hope to see you guys around town.